Okay, so this is Eli from QWEEN Eli, and today I'm getting my 15-year-old set up for the rest of her life. So my daughter, she turned 15, and she already has an established business, which she does nails, and she's gonna get into other fields. So what I'm doing with her is we're gonna open up an account. Speaking of the devil, here she come right now. Speaking of the devil. So what we're gonna do is we're going to open up an account, and then from that account we're going to go through LegalZoom. I'm about to drive, come on. Go through LegalZoom, and what we're going to do is we're going to open up a business, a LLC for her. And then what we're going to do is going to open up a business account once the paperwork. No, not a Zoom. We're going to do that in LegalZoom. LegalZoom is a site that sets up your business structure for you. I use them for your mama business and my business. We don't have to go through nobody. It's very economical, and I recommend a lot of people use it. It's very easy, cut to the chase. For a simple LLC, it's nothing. Anyway, you go through there, we get the business LLC, we get the fictitious business statement, we get the EIN number, and then we go and get a business account. Then once we do that, we start building business credit. People talk about breaking generational curses, but you just talking. What you actually doing? Well, what I'm doing is, the goal is to do what? What we want you to be at age 18 as far as with your financial situation. What we want you to be? What we want you to have at 18 when you graduate? What you want to have?
Be stable, have my own business, have my car.
Well, how you gonna get all that? What you need?
Good credit.
Right. So by the time you graduate, the goal is to have a credit score of how much?
A 7.
At least a 700.
Yeah.
Right. So to do that, we're gonna build credit. But she's 15, so how you can build credit? Well, I plan on first, and parents take note, putting her as an authorized user on one of my credit cards. Why? I'll tell you why. Because as an authorized user on a credit card in good standing, that credit will go towards her credit. But it has to be on a credit card that allows you to put a child on a credit card. Now you have to go and find out what cards will approve of that. Now every card starts you at 15, some cards want you to be 16, some cards want you to be 18, some cards don't have an age limit, and some cards do. So the cards that we have that are allowing her to be an authorized user and is in good standing, which we do have cards in good standing, we're gonna put her on, and we're gonna begin to build what is called credit history. It's an important part of your credit mix. You gotta have good utilization, you gotta have on-time payments, you gotta have payment history, you gotta have credit history, the time periods of you having credit. So she's gonna be 15, building credit. By the time she's 18, that's 3 years of credit in good standing, making on-time payments on time. So that when she leaves to go not leave our house, but when she wants to go apply for like a business loan to grow her business or even get a car or whatever, she can do it without even having a cosigner. Because as well as having the credit, she's gonna also have the statements from her business with the money's going in the bank, and you know what I'm saying, showing a history of her making a profit. So she's gonna have work history, she's gonna have income history, and she's gonna have credit history. And that's how you really break generational curses. You feel me? You gotta really do some work. You know what I'm saying? You gotta educate. You gotta increase the financial IQ of your children at a young age. Okay, so that was my main issue as a child. I didn't get taught. No blame to my parents, because my parents probably didn't get taught. That's not their fault. But you gotta stop somewhere, and the buck stops here. Is that right, Jay?
Right.
That was dry as hell.
Right.
Right. What are you looking in my glove compartment for? There's nothing in there for
a napkin?
What I'm gonna use? Not even blow my nose.
Tripping. A little bit. No, I'm
Tripping. Are you happy now? So I want to go. I wanted you to go to the credit union that we go to, but I really don't want to fuck with this credit union no more. Only because they don't offer a lot of benefits at this particular credit union, And I've been there for years, and it really hasn't benefited me. But I also haven't did anything to get benefits, so I can't really complain. But there's another benefit. There's another. What? Don't say where you're getting it at?
Yeah.
Why? I ain't like I'm giving them the numbers. You're going to Wells Fargo. Shit, what the hell that mean? Going to Wells Fargo to open up your account. Who's gonna rob you?
Hello.
Have you checked that nail place out before?
Where?
No, that one. The one that I just sent you. Have you seen that one? Look at that stuff that they have.
You sent it on Instagram?
So yeah, we're gonna go to Western Union because I want to establish a business account with them, and we're gonna get her situated.
I want to know if you know about them because they seem pretty cheap. But I don't know if they're
Also,
online or
Western
what, but I'm
Union
trying to see
give you like a business card, like they'll give you like a credit card and shit.
I
like
never
that.
seen them before.
I did her mine like that. So we're gonna go in here. Holla at you when we get back. Info.
Oh, the hearts, the hearts are cute.
What's she sending you? What's she sending you?
Nail supply stuff.
Yep, gotcha. So I'm now waiting. So Wells Fargo on some bullshit. No, we on some bullshit. I forgot her social security and birth certificate.
No, cause he keep on
I'm trying to handle this first.
I'll find it.
We gonna get it. I tried to look it up on her calendar and then I couldn't find it. Then my dude called me in the middle. I got to take care of a payment and it's just everything's everywhere. Life is, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. It's so good. There you go. All right, so first mission failed. New mission. We're not going to Wells Fargo. We're going to Long Beach Credit Union. Wells Fargo wanted us to make an appointment, and I forgot to bring identification. Now we got identification, so we're gonna end up going to Long Beach Credit Union anyway, and we're gonna open up this account.
Okay, and then also I gotta call up to the place that I just last. When did I do this?
What are you talking
Saturday. I called a couple of driver's places in Compton and Long Beach.
Seatbelt.
Sorry.
And what are we supposed to be doing today with that?
And I need to call and see if somebody's gonna be up there, cause well, I got the prices, everything. I got everything structured out, and I picked one. And now I need to call and see if anybody's gonna be up there today, and see because they don't have a schedule. They say they have to call and make.
What made you think you're gonna start that today?
I didn't say I was gonna start today. I'm just gonna see something. But
so she's talking about getting her license.
My
She's
permit
15. And she's ready to learn how to drive, which that's good. And you know, she's ready to get her license and get out there. So she got to go to driving school.
Yeah.
And where's the driving school at?
It's in Compton. It's 12 minutes away from me. So I won't say. But yeah.
All right, you hitting me with a lot, so we're gonna make sure we get everything done. Then you hitting me about a trip in October. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do this, you gotta do that.
It's a trip. So yeah, I'm planning ahead of time.
I got some good news. My credit cards came. Money. Nah, being responsible means that I don't got no money. Just because I got credit cards, it don't mean I got money. This somebody else's shit. But you gotta learn how to use somebody else's shit. So this is another game. When you have a credit card, you should stay. Now this is part of the credit utilization tip. We already talked about credit history. You want to have at least 5 years of credit, right? These are all basic shit, but some people don't know it, and it's cool. I'm gonna game you up. That's what I do. Thank me later. Credit utilization means how much of your credit you use versus how much credit you have. You never want to go over 30%. So let's take it back to elementary math. If you got $100, what's 30% of that? $30. Yeah, we know public schools failing us. Okay, so $30 is all that you have available if you only want to spend 30% of what you're being loaned. So if you have a credit card for $100, you should never let it go over $30. You say, well, what the fuck is the deal with having a credit card with $100 if I can only spend $30? Well, see, that's the point. Your point is to build more credit by being responsible, and eventually you'll have $30,000 worth of credit and you can spend $3,000. you can let that balance carry without it affecting you too much, but you still want to make on-time payments on the minimum, but a little bit over the minimum. Now, you can do better and keep it under 10%. Where you say, oh, that's only $10 off 100. Well, the thing is to grow your credit amount, and then you can use a larger amount of utilization without affecting you. Because you gotta look at it like this: if I give you 100 and you spend 50, and what if something bad happens and now you gotta pay me back slowly? Now you got all these interest fees you gotta pay, and then you might not pay it at all. But if you keep your credit utilization low, and say you run into a hard time, you most likely will pay that balance off and get rid of that debt, and then deal with your regular everyday bills. And if you don't, you most likely got a lesser bill, lesser liability, lesser exposure. So it's all a thing about, keeping them. They want to see how you do with money. So when you get your credit card, you're not going to get your credit card. We're going to keep it, but you're going to have one in your name. We're going to make sure on that card we don't spend more than 30% of what's due. And if we do, we're going to make sure we pay the whole balance before it's due, and we're gonna make sure that balance is lower than 30% or 10% by the reporting date. That's another one y'all gotta know. A lot of people know about this now too, but if you don't know, here you go. There's a due date and there's a reporting date. The due date is when your bill is due. The reporting date is when they report to the bureaus the status of your credit. So if you pay your credit card on the first, but they report on the 4th, then what they're gonna do is they're gonna say, okay, I paid my credit card on the 1st, now I'm gonna spend again. If you spend majority of the money on the credit card, when they report, they're gonna say, yeah, he's used most of his money. Now your score gonna go down because your utilization is too high. So we're gonna get into that too. But now you're about to go to Long Beach Credit Union. I'm not gonna record inside. We will show you what happens when we come out. So we did it. Hold your paper up. Let's see your paper. She legit. She didn't give her money to these motherfucking criminals.
Oh, it's the back of it.
Look, you don't even know what side of the paper to show, but yeah.
Oh, that's for the front. Y'all be some scammers.
Oh yeah, that's right. They be taking the pictures, screen shooting it, zooming it up and all that. But we got an account now, so we ready to go. But I got some credit cards I need to go ahead and activate. All right. So let me go ahead and activate them. All right, so we got it done. We have her official account. She got her paperwork and everything done. We good. So she legit, and basically
Time to go buy a house.
What's gonna happen is time to go buy a house. We building up history. See, life is about building relationships.
And that's why
So she's building a relationship with the bank. So when she turns 18, see, it's all about setting yourself up for success. That's what it's really about. So, I hope you're listening. When you turn 18, if you got credit history and in its good standing, you got employment history, and you got bank history, when you want to go and really do something, make a move, like bust a real move, you just go to the bank and be like, hey man, I want a loan. And they're gonna be like, let me check some credit. Oh, okay, credit good. Okay, so they pay their bills. Okay, they pay what they owe. Do we even know you? Oh yeah, you had a bank account with us since you was 15. Okay, that's cool. 3 years, that's what's up. And your bank account never was in the negative, and you always had money coming in. Then let me see how much money you got. Cause you only 18. Let me see. Oh wait, you self-employed? You got oh okay. How much you want? How much you want? Cause I mean, you know what I'm saying? And then see, this is when you really start playing the game, because you playing the game with other people's money. But you don't be irresponsible with other people's money. You gotta be responsible. See, the reason why people got bad credit is because they're not good people. It's just real. I've been that person. Not honest person. You don't honor your contract. You don't honor your obligations. If you got a good relationship with something, you honor your obligations. So a lot of people don't have good relationships with nothing. With their employers, with their creditors, with their banks. Everything is bad. I've been one of them people.
And first thing I'm
You know what I'm
paying off
saying?
my T-Mobile bill.
Oh, you want to start paying it?
No, I'm just playing. Just kidding.
Oh, okay.
JK.
Yeah. Because you definitely can contribute.
Okay. Then.
But anyway, but yeah, we getting her started on the right track. It's just like school. You got an A. The only thing you got to do is you can lose it. All you got to do is maintain it. You feel me? So Next step is to get the LLC. We're gonna keep y'all updated on that process. Let y'all know what's going on. We're gonna start y'all with the journey of Jada. Oh, the other step is getting her started on driving school. So we'll inform y'all of what that's gonna look like.
Yeah, I already called a couple of places and I got one. So now we just need to set when we're gonna go, and then we're gonna head up there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna set up the appointments. We're gonna get the schedule ready. We're gonna get it going. Hey, don't forget though, I got me some credit cards. Okay, we outside. We gotta get outside. Yeah, but they don't even know Jada without Jamal.
2 A's, not 3.
AKA Eli. AKA the biggest boss of them all. The AKA Go Yard Guy. AKA Balenciaga da. That was weird. That was real weird.
Corny.
Alright. we gonna cut that part out. Like, share, subscribe, comment. If you got a daughter, you need to take the advice.
You got a son.
If you are a daughter, you need to take this advice. If you got a son, you need to take this advice. If you are a son, you need to take this advice.
If you're a kid,
get you
tell
some
your
credit
parents.
started. Get
Now.
started. Do it now. Don't
Now.
wait. Do it now. You know what I'm saying?
Time.
You don't got time for the bullshit. You don't have to be broke. You don't have to be poor. You ain't gotta struggle. You ain't gotta be 18 with a baby in one hand
It's
and
a
a punk
choice.
ass baby daddy on the
So
side.
pick
Yeah,
one.
pick one. You wanna get this money or you wanna sit up here like a bum?
and lay your mama house.
Yes. And we ain't with that because I'm gonna kick your ass out. Yeah.